Hey there, I'm Peter Subarashi, welcome to Japan. I'm wearing a mauve t-shirt that I bought from Uniqlo back when I thought I should have some nice shirts that I can wear to job interviews and things like that. Of course, I haven't got any replies from any employers, which is a bit sad, but then on the other hand, I haven't applied for any jobs, so that's probably why I haven't got any replies. I actually have my resume on a USB, but I decided to get my resume, put it on the USB and throw it at the window so I couldn't find it, because I'm scared that in a moment of madness I might use that resume to apply for a job, and then I might get a job, and that would suck. You know, it's like Franz Ferdinand on their first album. It's so much better on holiday. That's why we only work when we need the money. And that's kind of how I feel here in Tokyo. Anyway, the reason I'm making this video today is that I want to give you a Subarashi tip, some Subarashi wisdom, if you will. Now, if you learn a new word in Japanese, you should probably double check that that word means what you think it means, or else you might end up sounding like a little bit of a weirdo. So let me give you an example. My Japanese housemate invited me to come out drinking with his friends, who I think he knew from university, and they were all really nice people. When we started drinking together, we put our money together and got a nice bottle of wine, and we shared that. I remember looking at the cocktail menu as well. There was lots of interesting cocktails, so we were having some of them. One of the cocktails was called the kamikaze, and there was a Japanese guy who said, he pointed at it and then he went, and that's what he bought. You know, he drank a kamikaze. I didn't, because I thought that might be a bit insensitive. So anyway, after a while we decide to leave the bar because it's getting a bit expensive. We go down to the convenience store, buy some snacks, and also buy some cans of alcohol, which are much, much cheaper. About 200 yen for a big can of 9% strong. It's like drinking lemonade and gets you really drunk fast. It's one of my personal favorites if I want to get really, really drunk. And I remembered back to when I was younger, there was this song I liked, a Japanese pop song, but it was sort of a comedy pop song called Yatta Hapatai. You might have heard it because it was really famous. And in it, this guy yells, Kimochi, which means I feel good. At the time I'd looked it up on Google, it meant I feel good. So it was my first opportunity to use this word, Kimochi. So anyway, we had to go back into the bar, so I had to finish my drink out in the street. So I drank the whole thing, and then I looked up at the sky and I yelled, Kimochi! But then everybody stops and looks at me weirdly, and one of the Japanese guys says, Peter, chikao, which means don't, that's wrong. And I say, what? I'm having fun. Kimochi! And then he stops me again and goes, no, Peter, chikao, chikao. So the next day I woke up and I'm wondering, what does kimochi really mean? Because they looked at me pretty weirdly for something that I thought was just a nice comment. I'm having fun, I'm having a good time, I feel good. So I asked my Japanese friend, what do you think? If I yell kimochi in this situation, what do you think it means? And they said, well, it depends, were you having sex? And I said, no, I definitely was not having sex. I was just out on the street drinking with some Japanese people. We were just having a good time and I wanted to say, I feel good. And they said, I think it means I feel good because of sex. So then I ask another Japanese person, and then he says, yes, kimochi means good feeling, I want to come. So then I'm thinking, right, this is definitely not what I thought it meant. No wonder everybody was looking at me like I was a pervert. So there you go. I thought kimochi meant, yeah, I'm having a good time, I feel good, but it actually means I'm having a good time, I feel good, I'm gonna come, which is a slightly different meaning than I thought it was. But learning a new language is all about making mistakes, right? And as long as you don't end up in jail, you're probably fine. So yeah, I hope you've learned something today. The Japanese word that you think you know actually might refer to an orgasm. Anyway, I've been Peter Subarashi, and thanks for watching.